Have you seen any hints of interesting settings for a mystery race today,
We're
Pod?
starting with a heart piece, and I have not looked at anything. I forgot to pay attention to it. Ugh. Oh, okay. Um, so we're starting with the heart piece. Did they? If there's not starting with a sword or shield, they don't have any mask. So they're if they don't have a sword or a shield, they're starting with four, potentially up to four random items at this point. I'm just gonna take a quick check on the title screen here for Kayzo and see. Oh, it looks like they got sword and shield marked, so never mind. Kayzo's got sword and shield marked.
All
And
right.
yeah, we're starting with sword and shield, so just a random starting item shuffled, and then there's a green rupee of some kind. So that's very interesting. Let's see what's going on here. We've got some rupee sparkle, so interesting.
All right. So you think we'll be running through the grass and finding our bow, maybe?
We might. There's also one more thing of information you can get from the title screen, and we're gonna have the knowledge here.
Oh, that fairy, right?
Okay, the fairy is shuffled, so we have chest fairies confirmed. And Fiercely Anywhere will not be on in this seed. Don't mind while Keizo adjust the contrast on his TV a little bit. Okay. So the big thing you gotta really be careful with in this seed is with chest fairies is that in mystery and only mystery, unlike any other seeds, like if you've heard of Blitz, you've heard of Season 3, Majora's Mask Randomizer, they have chest fairies on. They junk the fairy rewards. Mystery does not. So our runners have to be careful in that regard. Just don't forget about those checks. They're easy to forget.
Yeah, that's the big thing about mystery too. Is your maybe your lineup, your opener from S3 is not going to do the trick. You need to expand that. You need to kind of go with the flow as you discover settings. Revven's gonna grab this wooden chest on top of
We're
the use
starting
those.
with Sonata.
Oh, it's not a start.
Um, Looks like Song Sanity's on thin ice already. Okay. Still possible. We've got crates and barrels shuffled.
Crates are on.
So, unfortunately, in their first match, um, it was no opponents are looking somewhat similar, but their first match was Song Sanity, and it took at least an hour for them to find opponent. It was not particularly good. Um, but it was also a remain seed, so yeah. All right, what we got? Hit spots are confirmed on. So, Kayzo, don't miss the third one. Don't miss the third target. And we got Gorm Mask in the chest. And Captain's Hat. And we got a small key.
I think that was STT.
Yep.
All right, I think Revven's going to get that Razor Sword off the North Clocktown Tingle too. It's a free combat upgrade. You don't pass that up, especially with just the right amount of money in the tree too.
And if you got a free sword, you gotta take it. It's definitely worth the time to get. Does look like we have overworld reds.
Didn't quite get that peak on, excuse me, on the Road to Kana chest. Did you see if that was big or not?
I didn't see.
Okay, it looks like it kind of has some gold trim, but I'm gonna get my backup display up real quick. Pirate Sewer, Foolish.
Crates and barrels, and we get sewers foolish. Lovely. Ocean Spider House items foolish too. Right. Um. We can't determine whether or not this is Skull Sanity because hit spots are confirmed on. So we have to see if goals are on. Kayzo's gonna straight up peek the term of field way.
Oh yeah, and you can just use.
Except that you can't play it Sonata as go on to it for some peculiar reason. That's a bundle of arrows.
Okay, I was ready to I thought that was the case because it's the same rules for the gossips. Ah, okay, so you just have to play as Link and you're good. Okay.
So overworld greens aren't on. Got a Poe Hut sometimes hint. And we're actually doing gossip, rather, just talked about gossips and I just said gossips. Oops. We're doing the dongos with a full wallet. I kind of think this isn't the best thing to do.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that deposited. Work your way through bank 1. Aroma's just got choose.
So, because this is a hit spot seed, generally when it comes to hit spots being on, the early game is, like, what's the best word to describe it? It's like, it's kind of lopsided because you get your items often very early. South Clocktown Foolish. We found all of our Foolish hints before any other hints. Cool, I guess. Deku Palace Waft. That's a hint you don't want to see.
Right, because but is no. Um. Why is that, Fox?
Because we don't have Epona yet, and since we're looking for Epona, Revven not grab the Stone Tower key? That's magic. Wait, let me just double check. No, that's a magic jar.
Just the jar. Looks like Gorman's having a good conversation in the mayor's office. There we go. Now we can get those chews. Unfortunately, it's not Oot, so we can't use those yet.
When you don't have a bomb bag, you can't use twos, and they also like don't even stay in your inventory. They'll just go away, and you'll just get the icon. So not super useful.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh, it
that
was
was
magic
magic.
power.
Okay.
But that'll happen in these seeds. No head, temple wath. That'll happen in those seeds where you see a magic jar and your hopes are up, thinking you've got your magic, got your progression.
We found all of our foolish hints already. So we have South Clock Town, Ocean Spider House items, and Pirates Fortress sewers all foolish. Okay, I did notice that. Didn't go for this. Okay, that's pretty easy money to get. Alright, no, there's no overworld rupees, so you don't have to worry about overworld rupees. So yeah, this could easily get into like very spooky territory. I'm not a big fan of when hit spots are just so on, like are just on at the beginning. It can very lopsided, like it can really make a scene kind of cumbersome later at the end. Revven getting first time postman in the game. That's and Kayzo's waiting to hit this, and it's a heart piece. We had a sometimes hint, we had a Poe Hut hint, and that's all of our information that we've seen so far.
Now remind me, where did those arrows come from? Potentially in the pool that we have shuffled.
I think the barrels in Pirate's Fortress, unless if we get like 50 or something. Roman's gonna check the blue here.
Vanilla. Okay. That's true. There's the Creighton Ranch, and I think that one's a 3.
Yeah, the Creighton Ranch definitely has arrows.
So yeah, retracing steps right now. Our runners went different places, and now they're starting to visit the same places the other runner went to first. So we'll see. We'll see what direction the seed sends us in.
They kind of need to find another item to really go somewhere. On
Yeah.
itself, it's not gonna cut it, unfortunately. You know what it's gonna be? It's totally gonna be the classic Oh gosh, Revven took a big snowball to the face. Hate to see it. It's not the worst since you have Goron, but it's still a little bit of a time waste if that happens.
Yeah, thankfully you can get back to where you were pretty quickly with Goron. Um, that's right, the Palace Walk too.
Mm-hmm. So we don't have overworld pots on either, and we don't have scarecrow pots on.
Kayzo grabbing that Scarecrow just in case. Yeah, pretty soon here, we'll be going a direction.
Just gonna assume we're gonna have to wait until we find our obvious keg in the ranch, and then just have to reset to get Epona in the ranch or something silly like that.
I don't.
Oh, we missed that boat archery hit, and then ranch sisters or nothing. Okay, so now Kayzo has the magic. Another green. If anyone in the audience is familiar with OTR, we don't really do much of Greg beans because um Greg actually has a 2 to the 8 friends in Majora's Mask, and therefore it's kind of lame to try to meme about that. So there are two. So 2 to 8
Oh,
is.
a bottle hint.
Ooh.
Deku
Oh, you.
Pass.
Now we're getting into some funky territory. We've got scoops, and if it's vanilla songs, we might have to find a scoop for our Zora eggs today. Like if it's songs and song locations, which probably is at this point. I just don't see why it wouldn't be.
There's FD. Yeah, it's not gonna be on though, because chest fairies. Okay, yeah. And that was a scoop for if you scoop Deku Princess, you get Hot Spring. Was that correct?
Yes, and fortunately not required, but it most likely couldn't be. If that said required, it would very much tip off that it was remain shuffle. That would have to be guaranteed. So unfortunately, no hot spring water north for us today. That's a never a fun feeling. Hot spring water north is really good. Like it's really silly when it does occur. But what I'm wanting to see now is how good are our runners at the handling scoops. Is that a bow? Yep, that's a bow. Okay.
And that was before saving. Oh no, after saving Bomb Lady.
Mm-hmm. road to Southern Swamp has our Great Bay Temple small key. So sorry to everybody who's heard about my really bad situation. We got ice arrows on the
Clam, right?
clam. So yeah, sorry to everybody who talked about my nightmare go mode situation for a Great Bay small key. It's not going to happen today.
We'll see what logical quirks we get. If the seed took away hot spring water, we'll see what happens. I guess we have our bow already, so we're just looking for bombs for north access.
Oh, we
Oh,
have
we have
north
boron.
access. Yeah, since we have boron. It appears that Kayzo is going to scum the land title deed now.
Yeah, either turn it into the scrub or bring it back to your favorite toilet hand. All right, bank one's just more money. You get your interest. Yeah, that's a reset right there.
Revven, you already. I was like wondering, wait, didn't you already talk to Guru? But yeah, totally did.
Oh, it's fun to hear the music speed up. I don't mind hearing it again. All right. Is this our first look at P-Hat Grotto?
I think so.
See if we do bow strats, but we have that nice guild in our pocket too.
We have a razor sword. You should just use razor.
Absolutely.
The bow is really nice, but it's not necessary.
Then there's the fun part of trying to get that P-Hat to turn around so you don't get sniped by the blades.
Another big chest. Axel, can you mark ice arrow for Revven?
And a hook shot
There's
as well.
hook shot. Okay. Right. Yeah,
Yeah, you just go straight to Stumpy with that hook shot there. And there's your fire arrows. So both the elemental arrows, well, fire and ice are in Termina Field. Hook shot.
that's an eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
I think we like just got spear two potential snow at temple clear. It's like almost immediate. But it depends on whether or not we have lullaby.
All right, key on Tingle. Milk Road. So Revven picked that up.
But I don't see why you wouldn't just do ranch. Because ranch has... So, again about ranch, when you get like all the checks turned on in the ranch, it's like, what if we took the ranch like how it is in like season 3 where it's kind of bad but has a bunch of hints and made it like extremely good. So there's a lot of stuff in the ranch and yeah, just a lot of goodies.
And there's the blue key. There we go. And what grotto was that? Ah, that was okay. That was Road to Swamp.
Grotto.
There we go. Kayzo with the bow.
I
We'll see
don't
what's on
think you do
Swamp Temple.
archery at this point. I think you just avoid archeries for a little bit.
Yeah, there's still so much to explore before archery. All right. So here's a real divergence. Keizo's going north first. Revven's going south. It'd be nice for to have a bottle for south, but it'd also be nice to have fire arrows for north.
Where has a not required swamp tile deed? Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. We have a Pamela hint. I'm pretty sure that sometimes hint confirms that it's songs and song locations. Another big chest.
All right, Mystery Grotto has our wallet.
Okay. We just get a lot of goodies right early. I think the this is what I was saying. This seed was gonna be like just get a bunch of stuff early, and then you're gonna have to hunt for something that's really bad at the end. Like this is how the pit spot seeds generally go. We're checking the shop. Okay. We had normal prices, so I don't. Okay, it looks like Kayzo is getting that stick. Probably should do Hugo here. But you got Vanilla Lullaby. You can just play it safe just in case there is something, but because you already know every foolish. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone skipped it. Looks like he's skipping. Yeah. So this is a very early Snow at Temple clear in Logic.
Yeah. Just missing those fire arrows on his side.
As well as the hook shot. So the fun thing is that it could still be dungeon entrance rando, but I feel that it's extremely unlikely for Snow at Temple not to show up here, even if it was dungeon entrance rando, given what we've been given. It's like if it's anything, it's either vanilla or it's Woodfall Temple or something. Like this stage just this is the way I think about this is like this is just the case. This is like a case of the game just screaming in your face, go here, go here. And so I highly doubt that it's not just Snow at Temple. Because we have absolutely everything we need. I hope Kayzo is not going without finishing Turtlefield. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah, it seems Revven wants to just clear those things that he has access to right now, and then go north. Maybe in the next cycle.
Again, there's a bunch of checks here, so I'm not surprised that you clear this out. Like, you might even find a snow egg key, otherwise you're going to do the raise the pillar route, which people might not be super happy about having to do. We've got that's our third sometimes hint. We got a Shiro hint. So, I don't even think boss keys are outside dungeons now. We had a princess hint. So, princess, branch sisters, boat archery, butler, Dampe. Graveyard is our last way of the hero.
Oh,
And gets a stoic key. So yeah, this absolutely paid out.
and a Gibdo.
And there's a second bow. Cool. Yeah. Just clear your sphere of zeros first. What?
It's really nice to have for this
Yeah.
for Snowhead.
Yeah, that key saves a lot of time. So it's not even funny. Like, having one key makes a huge difference.
So nothing on the Snowhead Fairy. And Revven starting bombers. What are the settings dependent for the in Mystery for the Great Fairy to have something next to the temples?
Just chest fairies.
Okay.
They're
So
just
whenever you have
not
chest
jumped.
fairies. Okay.
So it's Woodfall Temple. Okay. So
Oh. Yeah, we have what we need at least.
yeah, we sure do. That means that, and there's a bomb bag on Keaton. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just say this now. We might have some actual quirky dungeon ER today. We might have Deku behind Woodfall Temple. So if people have not ever seen this, it's somewhat rare. Deku can be in Woodfall Temple as long as you have Hookshot and it's not at the vanilla Woodfall Temple entrance.
I think that's the quirk I've been waiting for this seed. That's super exciting.
Yeah, Kayzo really needs to do P-Hat. Just count again. So 3, 3, 3. We have all our hints. I think we're just missing Dampe if we haven't seen it yet.
I think we saw Dampe Dead.
We did see Dampe Dead?
I believe so. I think we're just missing our wasps, aren't we?
No, I think we have all our hints. So our always hints are Princess Dampe, Butler, Boat Archery, Ranch Sisters. And we have our 3 foolishes. We found 3 sometimes. That should be all our hints. Okay, so yeah, we have all of our hints already. So now Kayzo gets Hookshot and Fire Arrow. So I do not know if Kayzo has ever seen this before. So I hope he is aware of this situation. Deku absolutely can be in Woodfall Temple. It can also be behind Woodfall Temple. So I want him to be aware of that fact, especially because you've got Test Fairy on. Yeah, Deku can 100% be on Guan Race. The boss key just has to be available, or the boss key's just not there. It depends on what's going on with the boss key loop at this point.
Oh. Yeah, nowhere to grab onto outside Palace unless you have Deku or you're tall enough to grab up there. Oh, Garo on Archery, Town Archery.
I don't know why we're doing Deku Palace out of logic. That could, at this point, it could be like, it literally could just be opponent Deku Palace. That's extremely possible. And because it's like one of 3 locations we've got left for it. Because again, no opponent start. But yeah, the Woodfall Temple is very likely to have Deku right now. Oh, looks like Revven is gonna go get Arrowheads. And Goron damage boosts are allowed, so you can get over the fence and go to Icona this way. Probably just because got nothing to do and he doesn't want to go north just yet. And because Icona Graveyard is Woth, there are 12 checks available that aren't behind Captain's Hat. So he's probably gonna do that too. Just like Kayzo did this out of logic in the previous match, and Revven did not. They had hit spots on before. Right. Okay, I guess we're not going to Iconic Graveyard just yet, but it is somewhat risky to go out of logic, but it should be obvious, a little bit more clear. Like, you don't have Epona, it's not on logic. And Deku Palace literally has a really, really good shot of being an Epona Loft. It's not even funny. Like considering what we've seen so far.
Alright, Madame Roma in bar. Don't need to worry about that.
Second Snow at Temple Loft, so that should be a little bit more clear that Deku has to be showing up soon. That or Epona is on Boss Blue Orb.
Mountain Smithy 2. Dead.
Oh, that's a really good hit. Yeah, I'm really thinking I was just trying to wait for Midnight to hand in the deed to the toilet.
Yeah. That makes sense. You already have the deed, and you can just do that this cycle and then hit Snowhead, which will hit, Revven will discover that that's Woodfall and be fully equipped for that too next cycle.
A little bit too far to the left. the shot is a little bit peculiar in that regard. Like, if you're too far left, it actually doesn't work. Better be further to the right.
Yeah, just need a little bit more on that hook shot. Just add a couple chains.
I think we're just stuck in most of the arrowheads. At least of that what we can see so far.
Mirror shield chest
Mirror-
dead.
That oh, you love to get a hint like that. I think you really want to see a gossip's hint, if anything.
Ice arrow chest dead.
Actually, have a have had a pretty hard time remembering that those two arrows specifically. Copy of Ice Arrow chest hint.
Yeah, those two Gyros will be the right side and in the little river divot are duplicates always.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two sets of Garo hints, right? It's before and after you clear the temple here in Akana.
Before and after you play Song of Storms.
Ah, okay, before you play Song of Storms.
Yes, the Ice Arrow chest is Great Bay Temple work.
Yeah, all these hints save time. So going here out of logic is really nice, especially when you're waiting for toilet hand time of day.
It's good if you get a really good hint, but
Yeah.
it kind of like arrow hints take quite a bit of time to do compared to your gossip hints. So what is most necessary for it is having a good hint pool. Generally seems to work out well. Alright, we're checking the ferry here. Kayzo's gonna get that bomb bag.
I find it suspicious that the fox or kitsune mask was in the Cocoa Shack. What was Keaton doing there? All innocent, I'm sure, as childhood stories would remind you. Yeah, I'm sure the runners. I'm sure Keaton just wanted to give the runners bombers. That's why he was in the he left a hint in the Cocoa Shack. So yeah, nothing of interest in. I believe that was the grotto outside shrine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty. Like it comes to the logic once we get Epona, but because the seed is railroading you pretty hard, it might take a little bit before we get Epona. We'll see where. Like, I really hope. Like, I kind of hope that the Deku Palace Loft isn't for Epona, but it just feels like it's so likely at this point that it's like I would be surprised if it wasn't. Like, Epona Loft's not going to be useful, so we're effectively just getting a waste of a hint.
Nice high five on the bombers. We'll see toilet hand on this side. Pretty sure All Nights was just like a red heart, if anything.
Mm-hmm. It was a red heart, like a recovery heart.
It was something red at least. Yeah.
Oh, red rupee. Okay. If it was a recovery heart, we should have taken note because that meant that there were more checks in Hearts Fortress Interior.
Right, those freestanding ones. Alright, the toilet gods hold for us today. just a rupee, just some money. A tip for door dashing your your toiletries, I suppose.
Now I'm gonna assume that Revven's gonna go north this cycle. Definitely this big play didn't really cost much time, but um, it's kind of important to. I'm not sure where Revven's going actually. Oh, I guess we're going graveyard now. Sure, we can do graveyard first, I suppose. But
Snow Epona. Yeah, if he full clears it, he's going to night 1. And then maybe hit Snowhead Temple, which we'll discover is Woodfall. With bombs and fire arrows, we see a little bit of Twin Islands on Kayzo's side. Alright, hit spots in Graveyard. That's true, that does add to the density of Graveyard too.
yeah, there's a silver. Oh, we're
That is
really
nice
doing
money right
this
there.
night 3. He's really doing this on night 3. Another silver and a purple.
Yeah, maybe Kayzo's thinking they're stalling for a Toilet Hand too. And this is what they can do. There's our light arrows on
Yeah,
the
that's
hit
our.
spot above the doors.
This is looking like it's vanilla remains. I think that's very likely at this point. Okay.
That's good information. Like, even though we don't have Epona, Graveyard's Wath, so you might as well scope that out. And maybe you know what to expect when there's our first bottle in the Graveyard Grotto.
Uh-huh.
And you know what you're scoping out when you go to Snowhead. Yeah, the only if Kayzo finds Letter to Kathy or something that we can't use this cycle, that's I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so we don't know. But yeah, being on day 3 can be a little risky.
Indeed. Okay, so the boss key is somewhere.
Yeah, could be in the dungeon, could be out the dungeon, but we do need it.
It's shuffled in dungeon.
Ah,
And okay. Um anybody for Deku in springtime right here? We could just get a Pona, but we'll see. Actually, this routing kind of doesn't, or like the best because you still want to do the bow chest and whatnot. That's
right, LG.
LG.
That's LG in the graveyard. Okay.
Any mass? Okay, I hope Kayzo knows that the hook shot to the boss room is in logic, but there's still 3 checks logically available in here, so probably shouldn't ditch them. This. Yeah, doing SDT now, I feel that that's not the best thing if you don't have Deku. We're really skipping the back, huh? Okay, we're skipping 2 checks in Woodfall Temple. Cool.
Oh, here's a boss fight at just below 50 minutes in the race. Yeah, we'll see if anything in the back of Woodfall is important, but there's at least a dungeon down.
Bottle on Dollar.
Nice Romani. An opponent song on the glass
Okay,
bulwark.
never mind. I was thinking Deku would show up earlier, but never mind. Yes, from our vantage, Stone Tower Temple is in logic. And I would... I think it's probable that that Snow Temple is there at this point. Like, I think if anything, it's probably there. Nice fish mushroom.
Yeah, that's definitely in our inventory now. I guess it's day 3, so we weren't gonna use that bottle for anything yet. Oh yeah, we don't have Zora yet, so
Nope.
can't do anything about
Oh,
that.
you hate to see that. That's not a good sight.
Nice
I
thing about
think
light. Oh, go ahead.
I think to add some relevance to what's going on here, none of these checks are firewatch because of the being able to beat Woodfall Temple here. So the pyros were just pretty easy to get location at this point.
Right, yeah.
Green water is a fish.
I guess that was a okay. Probably just emptying the bottle. Maybe just a safety check to make sure it wasn't mundane, but we already knew that. But it's in these kind of seeds and you're racing, it never hurts to be a little bit too safe.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to play it safe here. So yeah, how does everybody else feel about that's literally a sphere 2 opponent. Because like that's like so early, despite needing to clear a dungeon for it. Like it just gave you everything. Austin's going to be screaming at me for doing that, but whatever, man, I don't care. I think he'll be surprised once he watches this back, because I wasn't really like screaming or anything. Bugs are Zora eggs, so
Oh, yep. That's probably the easiest one that we can get. That's the easiest scoop we can get for Zora eggs.
yeah, that is the best possible scoop for Zora eggs. You can literally just run, like, go over to a rock in Great Bay Coast, scoop some eggs from the bugs in the rock, and then just void out and go back to the place for turning them in. It's gonna be pretty quick if we have to do eggs.
Ooh, don't mind me writing that down for my next either mystery or scoop seed.
Unfortunately, our Gibdo isn't gonna be required for big pose today. I don't think. Um, and if you don't know, I'm literally just making a joke. I if you have to do big pose for like scoop, it's really a lot of people really don't like that. But if you have to do it for eggs, it's like the biggest meme ever.
Oh, wow.
And it is possible. Well, we haven't seen it happen where the big post scoop is required for eggs. It's just it has to roll there, and then the song actually has to be required.
That's true. You have a couple other options to scope out before you resort to going to that Poe over and over again. Lately, that pose giving me some trouble. I had to take it down with Deku Bubbles last night, and that felt like relearning Wind Waker Ganondorf all over again. And then one time, it was my Magic Mushroom Scoop, and I had to do that twice to get Zora on the the Magic Potion or Magic Mushroom sale.
Oh, yeesh.
So, just for my own sanity, I would, although it's fun to watch the runners do things, I'm glad we're in this situation where that pose not required today. Too soon. All right, Revven's going to scope out that day one Smithy, since he knows that D2 is dead, and that's another bottle. Hey,
You'll take another bottle. The last time I've seen scoops in Mystery, like every time eggs has not been required, is really upsetting me. Please require eggs and scoops and like seed bot, please. Like eggs should be more out than required, but apparently Seabot's just like, no, no eggs for you today.
All right, so Revven will be joining the All North Club here in a second. Just scoping up Road 2, Snowhead.
Nearly falling off during the grotto.
It was a little close.
Yeah, this scene seems linear as all heck though. So if there's nothing in Woodfall Temple, I think you really gotta check the dungeon at ISTT. So yeah, Rowan's gonna get the surprise. We got Woodfall Temple here.
Okay. So Kayzo's gonna do gossips. Yep, okay.
Did he get the Wasp Graveyard hint?
That was... Let's see, which stone was that on? It was in Ranch, wasn't it? At least a duplicate was. I could be misremembering, though.
Yeah, he totally got the Wasp Graveyard hint. I guess doing this before heading over. Just...
Yeah, and, you know...
I think one thing I should tell people is, like, if you've ever, like, there's Graveyard and, like, when it just has a song and stuff, and needing Captain Set, and then there's Graveyard when it has, like, 40 checks. And it's super powerful, and it's a place you should never miss anything in. And this is like the in-betweenish kind of deal of Graveyard. I'm not kidding when Graveyard is like just a very powerful location when there are more checks available in it.
Yeah,
So
like, already without the hit spots, like, that song is really valuable information. And then you have those hit spots on top of it. And with the Wath, we get those light arrows, but...
I think at one point, so like a funny thing is that at one point I made a tier list of like how strong each location generally is, and I for like all sanity stuff, and it just really comes out to, I think the top 5 were Terma Field, Graveyard, 2 Spire Houses, and then I forget what the other one was. I think, yeah, Quinn Islands and Goron Race Islands was that other one. What did we get on Gossips?
Just a heart piece. So
Okay.
Terminator gave us our hook, gave us our fire arrows, gave us ice, but didn't want to give us anything else. So yeah, with that, Kayzo will head east.
I think we're gonna be pretty even after a point here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see whether Revven will full clear. And that'll be our only difference if something's important in those chests.
Since Epona was on the blue warp, it's I should mention that any like Deku's can be like anywhere behind this, but knowing what we've seen so far, it's pretty likely that the answer is climbing Stone Tower now. Like there's just so much, there's just too much there. It's like just sending you straight there. I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if Snow Temple is not there, to be honest. Revven is thinking Woodfall is not completable without Deku. I
Hmm.
don't know if he's played Dungeon ER enough because it totally is. It's logically completable without Deku as long as you have Hookshot in the boss key. I have rolled Deku in springtime behind Woodfall Temple here before.
Okay, we're seeing Dark Room. I guess we did see. Well,
Oh, oops. But if he isn't aware, I hope he does. Like he'll learn because there's potentially not even going to be anything in here, considering we have a pawn on the war on boss blue warp.
a nice little time save when you have your sticks out already is just grabbing that torch and hopping across those platforms. I mean, it's just a few seconds, but it's still nice. It's kind of fun to do the parkour with the burning stick. It usually only comes in hand. I mean, it only comes in handy when you have when Keyzy's off, but still. I'm curious to see what. Well, sound check wasn't hinted.
At least so far, soundtrack wasn't headed. I don't I don't expect Revven to not. Oh yeah, if he's worried about the logic, I I think that's fair. Like, even in mystery, I've remarked this before. It is not common to have a Dungeoneer quirk occur in mystery at all. It's because the overworld is so strong, you can't really get the quirks to happen super often. So that generally causes any like issues that could have possibly occur. But this scene is proving otherwise right now, where the Dungeoneer quirks are happening, and we're seeing them happen because we're gonna get Deku behind Woodfall Temple here, and I can guarantee it. I don't. I think the only other thing that's not before Pona's Swamp Archery. Like, and now I was gonna say that this is a Pona. Yeah, Revven did all the checks in Woodfall. In Woodfall Temple.
Yeah. One nice thing too is, I mean, if they really want, like time of day or the day that we're on, like Romani lasts. I'm a big fan of infinite magic, so Romani, we can use that through our next temple.
Yeah,
Um, and then we have
but
all day to think about whether we want to do Goron race or not.
yeah, if I'm our runners, you should just go straight there and check the dungeon at ISDT. Just don't even question. Like this, that's what the seed is wanting you to do. Um, like it's this is very linear. I just don't know if they understand the logic here. But yeah, I think Revven's gonna beat K Trail, probably peace out from there. Like you can do swamp archery, but it's not. Revven's also saying IST2's at is Snowhead. Yeah, yeah. I'm highly convinced it is. Like this is what something I've talked about a little bit, but it's super likely it is. The game, like the logic will not just like say that, like the logic can sometimes hint things based on what items you get. So I'm fairly convinced that ISTT is Snowhead. Okay,
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen a Gorman race yet.
oh yeah, we sure haven't. I guess Revven's gonna go west first. And probably we'll see what he does after that. After I must be really happy with the scene because of the dungeon ER logic here. My God.
Do you feel seen?
I feel very seen. I don't think I've ever had a mystery scene where this logic actually comes into play when I was doing these scenes earlier the past couple months. So it's kind of refreshing to see something like this happen. It's not going to be super common.
Yeah, so far I've really liked these settings. I mean, we've got I personally I like our temple layout with the ER with the small keys anywhere, but you still have to so that can kind of get you out of some checks. We have to figure out okay, what do I need to do in all these temples? And then on top of that, okay, your boss key isn't gonna be something somewhere wild. You can just go and grab it in the temple
Yes.
and still have some fun quirks where when we didn't know about Pona, Deku could be anywhere. It could be spring locked or something. That is fun
Grace
to
has
see.
keg. Oh no. that would be so bad. They didn't even get a Gone race hint yet. There's like a
Yeah, that would be kind of just slightly off from vanilla right there. It's like you don't get your keg license for just doing the trial. You have to also win a race.
I'm Kayzo is scooping spring water. Got spring water luckily off the ferry. We have yet to see a bean in logic. And we're rushing Swamp Spider House. I don't know if I don't know if Case is aware of the logic here because
You need
um
Zora or Deku for that, right?
no I'm not sure if he thinks that Deku has to be here or not. Because it doesn't have to be. If like this, if it's not here, we just know Deku's later. How does boss keys in dungeons work for STT/ISTT? It can show up anywhere in the dungeon for STT/ISTT. So, that means start looking for it when you can. Don't hesitate. Just go start looking for it. And so I would think, but even though we're checking a wasp, it's gonna be worth just hunting for that boss key anyway. Um, but you don't have Zora, so you can't check a few things. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Also, we currently do not have ISTT access if this is a snowhead. And since Revven's going straight here, we'll see in just a sec. Great Bay Temple. So, right, the first check is nothing.
And we need Zora for anything else. So, well,
Okay, we might honestly be in no mode, potentially, once we find the mask we're missing. Like, I'm not even kidding.
yeah. Thankfully, we can just invert here and yeah, and scope out what uninverted has.
Oh, thankfully they've found SCT keys. And you just go uninverted. There's no reason to go anywhere else.
Absolutely. You
Like,
have a bow, so you can do a lot of just entry, and you have light arrows too. So
I think shrine meta is bad when you have dungeon boss keys. Don't even try. Like, you have to hunt for the boss key.
and we're just a mirror shield away from another song too.
Uh, we are. Um, but since we have two wasps unsatisfied at this point, it seems fairly unlikely that we're. I don't even know if we need Mirror Shield or Keg, but we're gonna see. Um, Naked Palace could just be for New Wave Bossa Nova to get to Snow at Temple, for the record. And if that's the case, then I think eggs would be dead. You need Zora to do eggs.
You do, yeah. For the to open up the instrument, it requires the guitar. Your ocarina has to be the guitar.
Okay, I think Kayzo didn't do all the Garo hints, so we have not seen this be hinted. There's another, like, rather, we saw that was hinted. And we're not going further. Okay. I don't see, like, if you're here, you can just go do the other stacks. Oh, this, I think you might just have to skip this test. Is there another way to peek it without long jumping in this room? This other chest is a bit of a pain if you can't peek it. I always do that chest out of logic, regardless of whether or not I have Deku.
Room key.
Room key. But that could lead to some bad things. I hope we don't see said bad things, but we'll see. The Garo Master is gonna have a hint for us, so we'll see what he's gonna tell us.
All right, nice to have the Fishman game out of the way.
I was not. I would have been surprised if that was anything.
Yeah.
We're still missing 2 masks, and we might not even need any song items at this point.
Yeah, you might already be ready to head Majora at that point. All right, dropping a bomb here for the thin bridge. It's gilded.
This might be another key. If this is letter to cafe, this is so far out of logic that it doesn't open.
Ah, our town ferry, right?
It's the town ferry.
You're so far from home.
That is out of logic until we have Deku and ISTT access. So I'm doubtful it's something. It would have to be very specific for it to be required at this point. I just don't think it's going to lead to anything. Another small chest. Oh, it's 11:30.
Oh, there's another key there.
Okay, that's a key lot key. Oh, is it just gonna be the classic? Is it really just gonna be the classic? This chest right here is in logic. So if this is like Deku, Zora can just be behind it.
Right, yep, with their power swap. Or other way around.
Oh, it's spin attack.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Revven hit the switch!
Yeah, there's one switch there that you can get. You can scope out whether that's needed or not.
Oh gosh. Okay, I think he just realized. Just
now,
like,
wait a second. There's something else this direction.
Okay, it's nothing. But
it's good to know.
Maybe safe than sorry, because
knowledge is power.
Like, you have to hunt for this boss key anyway, so might as well check it.
Exactly.
Ooh, I gotta use the ice arrow platforms.
Alright, Link, please let us climb. Thank you.
Just be able to jump to the ledge, yep. Yeah, you can use that ice arrow platform to get across there. You can also recoil flip. That's another thing you can do.
Got our 2 checks here. Just wood upstairs. And behind our sunblock is... Oh, nice. But there's 3 things here.
Brown chest.
Not big money, but small money. Okay, huh.
Just the room key.
So does that mean boss key is an inverted? Or I guess we had one more chest that we could do, but we didn't see it. We didn't see the boss key texture, did we?
We didn't see it.
Well, we haven't seen what's on this reward, so maybe this is what we're looking for? Nope.
It really wants to go to get a bean to do the bean chest.
Yeah,
I figured
so
that was not going to be anything. It was so unlikely.
yeah, with that fairy being out of logic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then this bean isn't out of, or this bean is still out of logic because no Deku.
No Deku, no other bean.
The and I don't. The grotto can be anything because you still need another mask for that, right?
Revven's just resetting time. Got something else in mind, or I guess Honey and Darling outside. Oh, Bremen mask. That's also a thing. Okay, so just got caught.
Those guards are watching the skies.
Yeah, they have not gone west at all.
Yeah.
I understand the STT plays. Like doing that as progression. So I don't fault Revven for just checking all of SCT.
Yeah, I was surprised this didn't happen after the Gorman Bros race. Just because you already have Epona and you can just cross 2 loading zones and you're here. We do want to fish though.
There's Zora.
Ah, Zora's in, yeah, of course in Palace. So really we're looking for Deku for the Zora. Okay.
I think that confirms Yeah, Deku will put us in most likely no mode. If Snow at Temple is like depending on where Snow at Temple is, we're very close to being in no.
Okay.
Blast mask.
Just the
Right.
blast mask. Oh, okay.
Uh, what was it?
Um,
Um,
I I couldn't tell. But the texture just looked a little. It looked like it was glitching out a little bit.
Soils are
Um.
on.
Oh. So maybe that's where it is.
Oh gosh.
So what were our bugs?
We have not seen them. If it's bugs on Big Po, I'm so sorry.
Fox, I told you I didn't want to see that today.
If it's bugs on Big Po locking Deku, I'm so sorry. Kayzo's doing Hugo.
It'd be interesting if Deku is here, because I mean, we just needed hookshot and clear first temple for this. Nope. So the well Big Po, you can repeat. It's just the Dompe one that only spawns once.
Yes. If this happens, like if this is for real with the Big Po bugs and it's required,
It's more of a meme
we're
than
gonna have
Zora
a
Egg.
talk about Big Po not being hinted. We so let me give folks a little bit of context. So if nobody's aware about what goes on with Seba on the Discord, with all sanity seeds, you have Big Po Goop as an always hint. The seed did sure give us Gibdo early. So if we got some Big Po bugs for soils to get Deku, we might be in for a world of hurt. Or rather, our runners will be. Because that is about as nasty as he can get right now. And the only thing that puts that in logic is Gibdo plus Lido here. Like Gibdo, Upright Kana and Lido puts that in logic.
All right, this looks like a "What are my scoops" play from Revven here. Oh, what did Hugo give?
Mountain title lead. So, I'm just gonna say that's dead.
Yes.
That's just straight up dead. Considering what's going on right now. So, I'm gonna mention one big thing here. Small Po will not lot Deku. Small Po is Deku lot. Like hard, like logically Deku lot no matter what with these settings. What are we? We're just doing Great Bay Temple. Okay. There's once you find the boss key, there's nothing here.
Yeah. I mean, then our dungeon rupees are off too.
Yeah, there are the crates and barrels in here that are also shuffled, so I hope he's aware.
But those are still all Zora locked.
A big pose is the only scoop available right now. That's correct. I think it's we did see Honey and Darling, did we? Honey and Darling Shrine Big Pose Scoop. Oh, we
might have
did.
saw Honey Darling.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
I okay, thanks.
No problem.
So Shrine or Big Pose Scoop? Cool. And then there's right and left well as the big post scoop. Yeah, I guess go check Shrine, I suppose. We really don't have much, do we?
We don't. Yeah, I think Shrine is. It makes sense now. We've already cleared our stone tower from how much we can. Doing out of logic, Great Bay Temple. I think Shrine is probably our play here. Yeah, it's not gonna be lemons today.
Yeah, if it really is big post scoop for Soils, I hope our two runners know how to handle it, because we're gonna be here for a little bit if it is. You have work in the morning. It's not gonna take that long if they know what they're doing. You just have to know what you're doing, and be ready to save scum, and save scum a lot. Because it's faster to save scum your bugs back than it is to do anything else.
Yeah, thankfully we have 3 bottles, so we just go there with empty bottles. We fill up with all those bugs. We start save scumming. And
I think you hope there's a 4th bottle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so now I guess your equivalent to Zags have have now turned into bugs on Big Poe.
There's a gold dust bottle.
We know
So
that's dead.
it's dead, but it's still a bottle. So
Yeah,
yeah, if it's not Shrine, can I say it's oh no mode if Shrine has nothing?
I think that's fair. You know, not to say that I know what to expect when we come into these races, but I still didn't expect this. Hey, there's a boss key. Okay, that's on the Babas.
Yeah. Oh, we still have Gorn race.
Yep. Oh, imagine if if Deku was just there. Okay, there's Mirror Shield.
Hey. I don't. I highly doubt that's required.
Yeah.
If New Wave is so I think that means that Snow Temple has Keg and that Keg is required. So it's a toss up between eggs and egos or the or palace for the song. So Keg is mandatory in Snow at Temple now, and yeah. So we kind of know. So yeah, it's effectively a 1 in 3 that it's required for Mirror Shield here. Kayzo might have gotten the wart hint.
Yeah, they did skip it, so
Oh, we're doing. That was. Was that a gilded chest? I couldn't really see.
I couldn't see it either. But
But I think Kayzo should know that there shouldn't be anything else here. Like,
yeah, we already
now
got a
that you
solid
know where
item.
Mirror is, like, there shouldn't be anything else you could even want. There's Small Gilded right there in Gear Master. Or Snow
Snowhead
Key.
jumping.
You'll take the second one. The second one still is worth it. I think we got 3 checks left. Dude, Wizrow Blast. But yeah, if it's just chilling in if it's literally just the songs in Deku Palace, getting Mirror here was literally just a waste of time. But we're gonna see. But now we know. But yeah, I just reiterating. We know Peg is now required. I think that's the only way that last waft makes sense. And whether or not Mirror is also required, we'll just see in just a sec. But it doesn't have to be at all. Okay, what's on Wizrobe? It's a brown chest.
Okay, so we just have one more chest here, and then we might be in Big Po Bugs mode.
Small. Okay. What do we have?
Oh my
Litter the
god.
cafe. Go turn that in.
Absolutely. There's at least 3 more checks. In this desert of a land. Where soils might be at. I guess it, pans out for Kayzo to get this temple done. I guess with GBT, you're with Great Bay Temple, you're still going through a lot of, through most of it. And we're probably, if Mirror Shield is it, you're still looking for that song item anyway. Still in night 1, so if Kayzo hits Shrine, they can pick up that letter to Caffey as well.
Going date. Wait, dude. Smithy 2 was on a girl, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh no. Uh-oh, that's bad. Uh,
Yep, and there it goes.
might just go straight to check it.
Yep, just cycle before you do Shrine, and you're good.
We'll see if he resets before doing Shrine, but well, you don't even need to just do it. Just do Shrine now before checking it. It'll be fine, but okay. Ball
Okay.
number 4. Okay, looks like he's doing the Shrine play first. Or checking the
Oh.
song.
True, right. There's Deku on Letter to Caffey. The
Okay.
very first check. Caffey himself gives you that Deku.
Alright, so we're gonna see what songs where. Oh, still checking? So if this is not it, then well, yeah, getting Mirror was not the biggest waste of time, considering it was like right on the way, but it's still a little bit of a time waste if Deku Palace just has it. The one song that we're still missing. Yeah, it's most likely not Big Po Bugs. I was a little worried there.
I am I'm very relieved that the runners don't have to do that today.
Probably just be relieved we might not even see it in bracket. If we see it, I think the runners will not be happy.
Yeah.
Like it's bad enough having to do slows like that. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
Mirror's completely useless, so
Yeah. Unrequired.
unfortunate. Not surprising, not surprising. It could just be the song in Deku Palace. So,
Yeah, and then Oath on the Keg.
yep. Yeah, if the songs in Deku Palace we're just straight up, Revven's just straight up done after getting Zora. The unhinted song, so it's either there or it's on eggs.
Yeah, so this Deku Palace would tell us a lot.
Like you should also like just not hesitate doing eggs either.
Yeah, especially with this layout for the scoops.
Evan, why are we going in here?
Oh,
What are
that's
we
a bit of a
doing?
surprise to me. Just maybe just grabbing the bugs? No. No, because the bugs are shuffled. Yeah, this is a... Okay, there's hit spots, but...
This is so like maybe it hasn't come into maybe the realization that you're in two you're potentially just one song away from no mode right here. Like I wouldn't even check these at well, okay, never
Oh,
mind.
it
Get
paid off.
another ball, so now I can do 4 ball eggs. So that probably pays out if eggs is the last song.
Yeah, I guess it gives you just a little bit more density. It still was a surprise though, and when you know we've on this side have seen where Mirror Shield is and everything, and what our song layout is.
Uh, Here's Kayzo just doing eggs right now.
Yeah, you got Zora, so that works out too.
It might not be able to tan and letter to cafe this cycle, unfortunately. That's
Yeah, that's looking
probably just gonna
unlikely.
put him behind at this rate. Now, so just a moment, we're gonna see the song. Just an arrow. Yeah, you still have to find the boss keys, so okay, it's on
Oh,
X.
all right. Well, between the runners, we have all songs today. Yeah, so you just pick
Okay.
up Zora here,
I
and
hope Revven just straight up just does eggs and doesn't try to hunt for mirror or something. Like it's such an easy eggs, and it's required to do.
yeah,
So
and you already have 4 bottles, so
like just go to a rock, pick up the rock, grab the bugs, void, and then you get back there.
and save Termina. What's the last step? Profit?
Once he does this, if he knows it's on if he gets it on eggs, that's no mode for him. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, grab a
When does
safety
it
bean
do
there.
shrine? When does Kayzo do shrine? I have no idea. Um, Revven's cleared half of SCT, looking for the boss key already. So I think Revven's gonna do an invert because of the just thinking that the last waft might just be a keg.
Yeah, you can still do that this cycle.
We haven't been to the Snowhead Temple yet. It's possible that this is New Wave on eggs locking Snowhead Temple. Yeah, Snow Temple has our keg.
Yeah, I'm saving that bugs trick. Just pick up the rock off to the side of the lab, and then I'm gonna have to save that for a strat for when I have scoops again. Because just avoiding back to that entrance sounds nice. You don't have to Song of Time or Song of Sora either.
I think I'm probably gonna check the dungeon first. And though I am just gonna say a hot take. I think Snow Temple's that Great Bay Temple. We're still checking stuff, I suppose. I guess it's just safe in case you do encounter Mirror Shield, like the other song item. Okay, what do we have? Yeah,
All right,
vanilla
new
new
wave.
wave. Uh, I just okay. What are you doing? What's your goal now, Kayzo? Yep. Snow Temple at GBT. Yeah, if we'd be in for a keg for Oath Hunt if it wasn't for that hit. Yeah, no soils even if it's on. Okay, I was just thinking not hitting the sun switch. This boss is really elusive right now, but still got the inverted jacks. Oh no. Yeah, this stage was very linear, all things considered.
Did we see what was on what chest was on Gomez?
He's not peeked it.
It makes sense for vanilla boss key.
I'm surprised we're doing Zora checks at all.
Yeah, you're looking for Deku. Unless, I mean, I guess you're looking for Keg as well, but it's gotta be in Way of the Hero. Snowhead. Yep, just a wood chest on Gomez, so we're still in a boss key hunt.
Because it's not out of the woodwork with this boss key location either, so um still gotta look for that thing. It's not
We're gonna see an Igor snipe. And hopefully we have a big chest that we can latch onto for a hook shot. Uses a lot of magic though. Just one more shot. Whew. And now we see Snowhead.
got one key.
Oh right, happy 2 hours. uh, thank you so much, Owl. Big shout
Oh, there
outs
it is.
to our runners, Kayzo. Oh, there was. And the puzzle here, the switch maze.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But yes, big shout out to our runners, Kayzo Bro and Revven, putting on an awesome show for us today, solving the mystery of this seed. We get the advantage because we get to see both sides. It's been awesome being in the booth with Fox today. There's our keg in the crate,
Our crates did matter after all.
and there they are. I'm Naki, and thank you so much for tracking today, Axel, and our restreamer, Pulsar as well. So great team to work with today.
The music just stopped for Kayzo here. You gotta keep checking stuff if you haven't found the boss key. We're skipping it. Oh, yeah, has one key. That's why. Okay. Forgot about the fact that he didn't get the second key. And there's the boss key. So we can skip
There's a boss
everything
key.
else. No. Okay. So now, Revven just needs to, just do eggs. Just needs to do eggs. The easiest eggs in the world. You know where eggs are. And that'll be no bug for him.
Yeah, for Kayzo to catch up, they need to hit Shrine on day 1 or before our letter Caffey time. Pick that up and then turn it in. And then grab our Palace Song.
I just don't know how long it's gonna take for him to go check that and then do it on a fresh cycle is the thing.
Yeah, the fresh cycle's the big thing.
Like you still have to turn in the keg to get oath anyway, but when do you do that?
Yeah,
Everybody still
yeah,
doing
that might be a good
checks?
motivator to get there. But might be looking for, well, might just be looking for Deku.
Hi. What are the settings for the on in the mesh tree? We've got hit spots, crates and barrels, small key sanity, boss key and dungeons, and songs and song locations. Vanilla remains. Scoops scoops are on. Soils are probably on. But soils don't matter.
All right, there's Twin for Revven. And Kayzo still scoping the chest in our Way of the Heroes Snowhead. Not gonna find Deku.
Yeah, it's also it's chest berries.
And it's chest fairies too. So yeah, that takes out a lot of checks here.
Yeah, so to sum up this seed, you didn't start with Epona, and the game basically forced you straight away, gave you Woodfall Temple access very early. Woodfall, it's dungeon ER. All the dungeons are shuffled around right now, and wants you logically speaking to be Woodfall Temple without a. What are we doing?
Where are we going?
Did you write down which scoop it was? Yeah, Woodfall Temple is at Snowhead Temple, and it locks, Epona's song on the boss blue orb. Each checked hot spring water. I think he's thinking this was eggs, but this wasn't eggs, it was bugs. S Stone Tower Temple is beatable without Deku. Oh, getting a fish. Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, I guess you're going there anyway.
Where are we flipping couple? I guess we're checking that first. I don't know why we're hesitating to do eggs when it's on bugs, but
Honey farming? No.
I mean, so he knows that it has to be a song item in Snowhead Temple, and he just needs to have access to the dungeon. However, the access just is eggs, so it's just finishing eggs. So it's 50-50 on being just straight no mode here. So for logic purposes for Stone Tower Temple, to beat it the vanilla route, you need Deku Mask, Light Arrow, be able to use Light Arrow, Hook Shot, and Gore, and Giants or Fierce Steedy. Dang, this is a big chest here.
I'm curious how soon Revven will okay, it looks like okay, we're on track now. So just getting these eggs in this grotto and we'll be getting our song. I do hope to see the strat where you go to the rock though, but nope. Okay,
Maybe
that'll be
maybe
something
people
for me to
don't know
do.
about the rock.
Yeah, that might be something for me to do in my own seed sometime.
There are bugs and fish just littered in coast. Oh, and he doesn't know about the Glom Void. You can just Glom Void. It's better than voiding out. Just swim on over.
Absolutely. Well, I think for the rest of the seed, I'm going to be on audio only. It was great to join you, Fox. I'm going to hand over to Mizu, and
Okay.
yeah. So good luck, everyone.
Hello, thanks for coming for the most part of the seed.
Thank you, Mizu.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome on in, Mizu.
Well, thanks for having me. How's the seed so far? I just joined in, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
this seed is very short if you know what's going on with it. Once you find Deku behind Letter to Cafe in Shrine, the seed's pretty much almost done. I think Axel, you're like a little bit ahead. That was Lens on Labfish.
Oh, really?
So we just got 2 very late Wave the Hero hits for our end game items. We got Snowhead Temple Wave the Hero and Deku Palace Wave the Hero, and Deku Palace was for Zora and Snowhead Temple is Powder Keg.
Ooh. Okay.
And Powder Keg locks Oath, so that's a very, very nice Wave the Hero hit to get right now. Yeah, I am gonna need to tell our runners about doing eggs here, about both the rock and the fact that you can just go on void out.
Oh, yeah. It's easier, faster,
Yeah,
stronger.
it's just faster to go on void if and like all the rocks in Great Bay Coast have bugs underneath them.
That's
But
funny because we have some bugs near the laboratory, so it's so quick.
yeah, this is the fastest you can ask for is bugs. So just need to see like one more trip from Revven, I think. Unless if he got 3. I think he got 3 on the first trip. Unfortunately, Kayzo didn't keep in mind the logic for getting Zora, and has been checking stuff behind Zora a little bit. So like, there's literally just nothing out west that isn't just eggs and Snowhead Temple. Like that the game just tells you where to go at the end. But you have to find that New Wave's on eggs. So like New Wave's just vanilla.
Well, it's always fun to have some vanilla, but when it's expected to be there, it's kind of boring, I guess.
Mm.
Anyway,
We found Mirror Shield in Great Bay Temple. It didn't. It just wasn't required, and then Deku Palace Song of Healing wasn't required. So
just checking. I'm curious.
I kind of, because we had hit spots, I kind of graveyard had
Mm.
just light arrows sitting in it, and that's led to Deku. PFS, Fire's Fortress Sewers, host Spider House items, and South Block Town were all foolish. Since we had crates and barrels, that Pirate's Fortune Stewards being foolish cuts out a lot of stuff.
Indeed.
I wasn't paying attention. Where was the second wallet? Was that on? Oh, that was in Snowhead Temple. Yeah, okay. That's unfortunate there. I think Revven should have enough time to clear Snowhead Temple and not have to worry about missing Romani. Because this is the keg here, but if he doesn't feel comfortable, he might leave to just do it. But you have Great Bay Temple for your last dungeon, so you can just song a double time to night 3 there.
There's something on. Oh, there's a song. I'm dumb. Never mind. There's Oath on Romani. That's
Yes.
what. Yeah.
Yep. It's Oath.
Yeah, I figure out that you said that earlier when I come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, it had just interesting logic for Deku. You don't in Mystery you don't see a Deku mask that's locked behind Woodfall Temple often. So it's nice to show that this is possible.
I didn't know it was possible.
You know, as long as Woodfall Temple isn't vanilla, it's possible for Deku to show up inside or behind Woodfall Temple. As long as you have hookshot, that's really the key. Is just hookshot gets you access.
Oh
further.
yeah, indeed. Because you need to hook the torches to go on the second floor.
Now that Revven has the keg, that's pretty much go for Revven here. Just needs to find the boss key, but it's not really too bad to get the boss key in here, as well as in Great Bay Temple. They're not super late.
Where was Deku?
Deku was on Cafe. Cafe gave you Deku behind the letter to Cafe.
And where is?
Yeah, Shrine Final Test has the letter to Cafe.
Ooh, okay. Kayzo is so far away from that.
Yeah, not very far away from it. And he also has to reset before doing Shrine, otherwise he'll miss it.
Oh dear. Who wrote the seed?
I don't know whose seed this was. I'd have to ask. It was one of the runners rolled it because I don't think anybody was available.
Maybe I can check a second.
Now Kayzo's not gonna be ahead. He doesn't have Deku.
Okay, it's a Revven seed, so it's normal that it's weird.
Yep. The problem is that Kayzo forgot where where Zora was. And he's doing Zora checks, and Zora blocks absolutely nothing like in the overworld except maybe a couple of keys. And
Hmm.
we found most of the keys already.
Did Kaizo check some things to do in the canyon beside the castle?
Just the Great Bay Temple, and that was it. I don't think he's checked Uninverted or Shrine, which is
Okay.
very unfortunate here.
So at some point they will go there, but when we don't know.
Yeah.
Nice bottle.
And he went to the well for mirrored shield chest, and that hasn't done much else out east.
Okay, quick question. Which hour you can do Romani's game?
On day one until it becomes night. So
Okay, so until 6 p.m.
until 6 p.m.
Okay.
Revven's got plenty of time to do it.
I was just curious. I didn't notice that much. What do you mean? I'm not Quebecois. Yes, I am, but shh, it's a secret.
There's Mask Ascents, All Night Mask, and Ocean
At
Deluge.
the well, maybe the ocean deed will help to go to the canyon. Maybe.
That's it. It's stacked with a lot of bait. There's our last Noah key. I forgot which piece Kayzo missed. There were two that weren't in here. The keys aren't required at all. They're just really nice to have. So I was you would much rather get a Snowhead key at least one before you complete the dungeon.
Well, there always have a way to work some way to go the same thing, but it's always have nice to have the shortcut with the key.
Hmm
No time to lose to do the all the way.
I don't. I've been wondering that, and I honestly don't know if he remembers that Sora was there. Okay, we found our Poe, and I was thinking he forgot that Zora was in Deku Palace, and that's what the way the hero was referring to. And since that's logically speaking, that's always Deku locked in these settings. It can't lock Deku.
So all the Zora check that Kaizo do is completely useless right now.
Yes, Yeah, so all of them are useless. It's really
Well,
unfortunate.
we know because it's the end of the seed, but
Apparently, stream froze.
indeed it froze. We're frozen.
Oh,
But they,
still picture.
but they can hear us, so
I think our pre-streamer might need to ask for a little bit of help here. In the meantime, I can just tell you what's going on. Revven just finished Remine's game, and here's Oath. And assume going to Great Bay Temple and making it night pretty much immediately, or going to Swamp and making it night there. In the meantime, Kayzo's doing all
we're
his other
back.
checks. Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
Kayzo's doing Pinnacle Rock checks. But yeah, with all that's fair, like the early game was just loaded with stuff, and there was just a railroad at that after that point. Yeah, Revven has Oath now. I don't know if our trackers are having trouble after this point.
So there we go. Only one dungeon left for Riven, and the same for Kaizo, but they need Deku Mask. So close yet so far.
I think that's the first time Kayzo checked that scoop.
Just to be sure it's really a fish.
And the Botsky and Great Bay Temple really is not that bad. It's only a few checks in, so after that, just can skip. At Revven can just skip everything.
Where's the key?
It's in the Biobaba chest room with the Biobaba
Oh,
set you kill
easy
with the.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not ward.
I have had like a running joke for mystery of you have shuffled Great Bay small key for the boss key, and it's just um uh, the worst go mode possible where it's just hunting for that. Didn't happen today though.
Do they have the Great Fairy Sword? No.
Uh, they don't. I think Revven actually missed the Gilded Sword, but it's not gonna matter too much. The Gilded Sword was like right there in Snow next to the keg.
Huh. Well, they have FD, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, with FD
Since
it doesn't matter at this point.
since you don't need it to beat any mini boss in this dungeon.
There's a bean.
Hello. Oh my god, we are on fisherman now.
Since Kayzo hasn't even gone into Stone Tower Temple, didn't even get like Garo Master had the hint that this this is a green rupee. That's unfortunate.
Oh, but because we have an in for that.
Yeah, we have, since the Garo hints are on, Garo Master just hints in Stone Tower Temple that this is dead
Oh,
today.
that's rude. Oh well. Well, Revven like to do mystery, so they do mystery all the time.
At this point, since this was a best of 3, this is the second match and Revan's a game up. It looks like, as long as nothing happens, Revan's gonna advance to the next round. And since it's only like 8 people in bracket, it's gonna be semifinals.
Okay. But yes, that doesn't surprise me that Riven is really good at mystery because I see his stream a lot and it always practicing everything.
Since it's mystery, like you can, like pretty much anything can happen still. Like you could just get like some really ugly remain shuffle seed and then just get a loss because one person just walked into the item that they needed. So like nobody's like completely out who's gonna like forever who's advancing here, because stuff like that can still happen in these mystery seeds.
Indeed, and you never know what you can get. So it's pretty random sometimes.
Unfortunately, day 3 shrine, so this is gonna feel really bad.
So they have to reset cycle again.
Now, to get Deku, yes.
And for Holt because they didn't had the time to get Holt yet.
Like, he hasn't reset time for Oath at all. Oh, yeah, there was the key. It was like right on the way. I forgot that key was just right there. That's a little bit of a time waste for Revven right here. It's not even just like one shrine check, it's the final chest having Literature Cafe. That's gonna be really, it's gonna feel really bad. Like, if it was one of the other chests, that wouldn't be like the worst thing. But because it's the final chest, you have to commit to doing the entire thing over.
Again,
Yeah.
because it's a time item and it's day 1 or day 2 max.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks.
Generally the worst letter to cafe can be is in springtime. I
Indeed.
think that's generally the worst place it can be. Because if it's like springtime underwater
You
and
need
it
Zora.
locks something, like, and it like locks something behind springtime underwater, that's generally really bad. And that can from my experience, like seeing racism, doing races, if that happens to someone, it's just you're not going back for it, and if it's something, you just forfeit. Another place, and then another place where letter cafe could be extremely bad is forward well, but I've never seen that happen. Oh no, Kayzo, please.
That will be brutal.
Kayzo, you made this mistake before on restream.
Oh,
Going for Gohan race. So you can't one cycle that Wizrobe life. That like I think that I don't even know what will allow you to uh do like a better one cycle here. Um, but if you like try to do the jump slash one cycle on Wizrobe there, it can really mess up, and yeah, you have to not look at it when it's dying. I could, I should consider messing around with that. See what's going on. Yeah, won't see him find Letter to Cafe here. So oh, going for the remaining Woodfall Temple checks.
That's finishing that they didn't finish at least um, a shrine to have the knowledge of letter to cafe.
Mhm.
They were there. They were close to the end.
We'll probably talk about it. We probably already talked about it since this was on delay. In the meantime, just about getting done with Revven. Just that.
GG, Raven.
GG.
And seems like we have Raven that's willing to join for an interview.
Okay.
GG, Raven.
GG, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I
Uh,
shouldn't have won that. What happened?
what happened? Looked like Kayzo forgot about where Zor was.
Oh. Oh wow.
Mhm.
What? So he ended up going to Pirates then?
He ended up doing like all of Great Bay.
Oh my gosh.
All of Great
Wow.
Bay and cleared like all of Great Bay Temple too.
Did he check scoops?
He did. He's clear. So he cleared everything. But but hasn't gone into Stone Tower Temple at all.
Oh no. And
Uh,
you know you have to look for the boss key in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't check Stone Tower Temple here. Like the
Yeah,
boss key is like
that's why I pushed that first over Shrine, because I was
yeah.
like, okay, I have to look for the boss key. So, and I was also looking for Snowhead Temple. So I thought inverted was gonna be Snowhead Temple, but it wasn't. So I was like, okay, I'll just do uninverted, I guess. And then I was like, okay, I got Epona, and I was like afraid that because you know in Epona start seeds how, I mean not Epona start, in non-Epona start seeds how stupid it can be, where I was afraid like maybe like Deku or a song item like Mirror Shield was just chilling in the west. So that's why I went over there after I did all that before I reset inevitably and went to Shrine. So I have to know who got Letter to Cafe first.
You did.
I did? Really? Okay.
He
Raven.
didn't.
Kaizo just got his letter to cafe right now and day 3.
Yes, he didn't do
What?
Shrine at all.
Just right now.
What?
Like
That doesn't make any What? Okay. Okay. Explain. Like I need to understand, cuz like you
I
really
assume he forgot that Zor was in Deku Palace, and it was therefore it's Deku locked because
did
he went
he
there out of logic.
Oh, see that's what I thought maybe might have been happening. Why I was like in go mode and like he wasn't like assuming someone was thinking like me and went to do Shrine like
Yeah, like
way sooner.
Like this stage is extremely linear, so I
Yep.
um
That Yeah, like that's why I was like surprised because you have good Way of the Heroes in the sense that it like chains together at the mid game.
Mm-hmm.
But the early game, you just have that light arrow Way of the Hero, and like you could assume that just is Way of the Hero because it's required, but it's so early in the game that you know it has to be locking something.
Yes.
And like when I got those lights when I went to Graveyard on that cycle reset, I thought about going Shrine before Stone Tower Temple, and it would have been perfect, but I was like, I need to get the Epona logic here, because if I go too far out of logic, there's a chance that like Gorman Bros has something, and Gorman Bros had Bremen Mask this seed, so it's like, hi, I can be something. Like, why? That was so stupid. Oh my gosh. So it was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I waited for nothing. When I got that letter to Cafe. That's funny. So stream got to laugh when I got letter to Cafe. Nice. I mean, I had a feeling it was letter to Cafe. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I reset before I did Shrine. Because I was like, I haven't seen letter to Cafe yet. I'm gonna reset. And that's why I slowed down time when I was going into, I think it was Woodfall Temple? Yeah, because I thought it was going to be Snowhead Temple, and Letter to Cafe was going to be in there, and that was going to be the Way of the Hero. That was before we knew it was Dungeon ER. Yeah. And then, like, this scene is really interesting, with the boss keys within Dungeon, for sure. Actually clearing Woodfall Temple without Deku, and you're able to logically. Like, that was really cool to see and show on stream.
Yeah, you don't see it often at all. That's a Dungeon ER quirk that exists, but it's with the way like mystery generally goes, that's very rare to occur, at least from what I can tell.
Yeah.
So I've had Deku locked behind Woodfall Temple before.
Yeah, so I have too. Yeah. It's very funny when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's also great when it happens, because it's like, oh, that's super cool. But yeah, are there any other things or questions or not what I did?
I guess the other thing is that Mirror was in Great Bay Temple, right behind where the boss key was.
Oh.
So.
Oh no! So that was my other theory, was that Kayzo found Mirror Shield.
So Kayzo did find Mirror Shield.
See, I was worried because I hadn't seen Mirror Shield at all, that it was also going to be in Snowhead Temple, where the powder keg was. And I was going to come back in for Mirror Shield, but thank God it was the keg. Thank God. Oh. I was really happy with at least my time of day stuff this seed.
So, okay, we should also mention, we had thought that Soils might have been on.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, because you saw those bundle of arrows, right? In the lake, like... Yeah, so those bundle of arrows, that's obviously from the crate in the ranch, because that's a 30 bundle.
Oh, that's the 30 bundle.
From the crate in the ranch, yeah. That you use for aliens as a refill.
Okay.
Yeah. There might be another one, but I'm not sure. I know for a fact that is... that there's at least 130 bundle in crates and barrels.
Okay.
Because of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That did cross my mind, and that was scary, and that's why I was checking scoops right then, because I was like, okay, do I have access to bugs, and I just have been putting this off for too long? And thankfully, no. And then I realized when I didn't have access to bugs, I was like, oh no, that's the 30 from the ranch crate. That's what that is. So I was cruising after that. I was like, okay, No
Yeah,
worries.
we all. It could have still been Big Po bugs from what we can tell for chat. I have no idea,
Yeah,
but it doesn't seem super likely. Like it could just be like regular Po or something,
right. I mean,
or Mask of Sense. We saw Mask of Sense. It was in PFI, but that's all where bugs
I
could be.
trying to think. Yeah, you don't need. So you still wouldn't need the hot spring water for that. Yeah. So the not required hot spring water hint wouldn't tell you that bugs were not like bugs on Big Po were not going to matter, right? So, yeah, I guess they could have been
If that
there.
was required, it would either been Remain Shuffle or cows.
Right.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, and I just never checked cows as I was confident that it wasn't gonna be cows. And that's kind of
that didn't feel like cows at all.
yeah.
We had hid spots.
When I cleared Stone Tower Temple, like the uninverted side, and we saw like nothing, I was like, I would have seen a milk in there. I would have seen a milk in there by now. So, yeah. It's really. Yeah, go on.
Other thing I should mention about scoops, you know about the rocks having bugs, right? It's
Yes.
probably not going to come about again, but I
The
think
rocks
it's
in,
faster. I think it's faster
Cape?
if you have scoops like that are easy to get in coast, right? To just
Yeah.
get the scoops and then like just swim to shore. Don't
Oh,
hit the
that
void.
rock for the eggs, yeah.
Yeah, for eggs.
That it just never comes up for me, so like I didn't think of it. I only actually just recently learned about that rock that has bugs in Cape, or the one in Coast, only recently. So something like that would I'd have to actually play, like I'd actually have to have a seed where eggs or bugs on a consistent basis to build it into my muscle memory, because you automate towards the grotto bugs.
Yeah, that's true, because if you get eggs that are on either mushroom or fish, you just go to the grotto.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
the other thing I was saying was you just swim and don't hit the loading plane, so you can go on void back to the door.
Yeah, see, I wasn't sure if that was faster or not, from the grotto, because I was thinking about it as like you have to leave the grotto and then you have to go on roll, and then the void out happens. Someone would have to
then
time it.
You don't have to climb the ladder.
I guess the ladder climb. I mean, someone would have to time that. It might feel better to do, but maybe it's not necessarily faster. I don't know.
I think it's worth talking about on the Discord, really.
Yeah, but likely.
And then just thinking of memes, we didn't get. If we get in bracket, if we get the meme scoop possibility of eggs required, but they're not for the check, I think someone should pop off and just tell me where you get the eggs plus fish required just to get the egg scoop.
Right. Yeah.
So if anybody to explain this, it is possible in scoops for the logic can assume as long as Zora eggs and fish are available, then you can go to Pinnacle Rock, okay, and get the egg scoop in logic with just 3 of them and not needing all 7 to be accessible. As long as the other 2 scoops have been found, you can do that. And that's happened to me once. It is
exactly once.
Exactly once. And if that happens to if that happens in mystery, I would literally pop off. That no joke. That'd be because people would be like, "What the heck is this?"
What is this logic? What is this?
I think people, if they're not ready for that, they'd be very confused.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I know I would be if it just happened to be in a seed. I'd be like, what? Huh? Because it's exceedingly rare. Exceedingly.
Yeah, it's exceedingly rare. The seed that it happened to me, I put in the seed scrapbook in the MM Rando Discord. I've talked about this seed on commentary, I think, a little bit before.
Yeah, I think you'd have, yeah, maybe. It's been a minute. But, yeah, it's super funny that you had that happen, like, in an actual seed. Like, it's been kind of theorized, right? But then you had it actually happen.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't have much more to say.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. I do want to mention that our game 1 was also a not Epona start, and Fox saw some of that. And
I was watching that entire thing. That
yeah.
Epona was honestly way worse.
Yes, that opponent was way worse. Chat, you have no idea. This is why we do Epona start, dude.
I guess for spoilers for game 1, Epona was behind Deku's Snowhead Temple in Woodfall Temple. So he had to get Deku out of Snowhead Temple, go to Woodfall Temple, and then Epona's just chilling in Woodfall Temple.
Yep.
And then you also and it was Remain Shuffle. So
Yep.
because of that, Revven actually skipped getting Epona because
Yep.
the remains were like the funny thing is that 4 out of the 5 required items in Remain Shuffle, all of them were in Ranch. Just all of them in Ranch.
Yep. It was so ridiculous. And then you had the hook shot on Snowhead Boss Warp.
That I don't think either of you got of that
Nope.
Smash one.
And it was logically required for Ocean Spider House that had our last remain in it. So it was a seed. It was a seed. It was very funny. Very a song sanity example of not Epona start. And then this was yet another, hi, I'm inside the dungeon on the blue warp. So.
Yeah, I still think the worst one I had was the hook. It was that hook and spring seed remain shuffle seed that I had. That
Yes.
where there was a key in the chest, and then the hook was in the Keaton bushes, and that locked opponent's Snowhead Temple for whatever reason, and it took me over 2 hours to find the hook shot for the logic to get Epona. Oh, that was the worst.
Yeah,
Epona spot,
that's
I
the
think.
worst. That is the worst. But that's all I have to say.
I'm like super biased against the I'm super pro Epona start. I hate no Epona start. It's so bad.
Oh, it's so it just makes the early game so much more linear. That's really all it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about the seed. I think I felt like I played really bad when I got the letter to Cafe, but I guess I actually didn't. I guess I actually didn't. So
Yeah,
you take those.
Thank you, Revven, for coming to interview. Thanks everyone for watching today's MMR. Special thank you to Fox, Naki, and Mizu for commentating, and to both of our runners, Revven and Kayzo. If you've enjoyed the mystery settings, we do have another race tomorrow, which will be on ZSR2, and there's a lot of OOTR Season 6 coming up over the next few days. I think there's something like 6 or 7 games in the next 2 or 3 days. Right now, hopefully, we're going to go and get a raid over to Kayzo, and it's his birthday, and we can see him finish out the rest of his seed.